793, and I'm going to showcase some Volkswagen variations, including the Beetle, a van, a Carmagia, and a couple of California-style rotted cars. And I also have a couple of American versions back in the 60s and late 50s, the Nash Metropolitan and the Mini Cooper, which is actually from England. My brother, again, is going to help me showcase a couple. We'll start with the basic 1967 Volkswagen Beetle. The yellow one. It has 53 horsepower. The top speed, about 78 miles an hour. It had a 4-cylinder air-cooled engine rated at 91 cubic inches, which is about 1,500 cc's in British talk, or in German talk. Let's see, this one's in basically canary yellow, and it was the engine was in the rear, air-cooled, like we didn't have to worry about a radiator. And they got pretty good mileage on them, probably about 35 to 40 miles to the gallon. And they were kind of standard cars, pretty common for a long time, especially in California. But they're starting to become more of a collector's market piece now for the real thing. I imagine new they probably sold for less than $1,000. They're kind of an economy car, and now they're probably worth upwards of $5,000 to $10,000, again depending on.
If you find a restored one, depending on what year it is, it's usually around 10 to 13, depending on how old it is.
All right, we'll go ahead and showcase the 11-window microbus. Again, it's the 53 horsepower engine on it. I'm not sure on the top speed because they're kind of light, but they can be weighed down with a lot of weight on it. I think we got enough doors and stuff we can actually open it up and you sort of see inside of it. Okay, and as you can see, you can pretty much, it's almost like a small Winnebago inside there. It's a van.
It's a little microbus.
Yeah, it's kind of a bus in its own right. There's little seats, and you can even put a refrigerator and a small bar and everything in there. You can even sleep in the darn thing. It's pretty much a mobile home on wheels. It's a hippie mobile, exactly. Yeah, a lot of hippies used to use these because they wouldn't use very much gas, and they were they're very cool looking. They're really groovy, and
they're very reliable.
Very reliable too. Let's see. Anything else you want to add to this?
Not really. I guess I'm not really too sure how much these would even go for. I've never actually looked at them.
Probably new. They're probably getting running about $1,200 top.
They're probably a couple grand.
Are they brand new?
Yeah, back in like the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, this is from '67 here. Okay, we'll go ahead and showcase the next one here. We got it's a dark red 1967 Volkswagen Carmagia. More of a sportier version. They tried to emulate the old late 1950s Porsche. I think it was the 356. Or it could have been the 900 series. I think it was the 356. It was the older version, which didn't have a lot of horsepower, but would get around fairly fast. This one, again, it's 53 horsepower. Not really sure on the top speed, but probably can get up around about 80-85 miles an hour or better. Again, the 4-cylinder air-cooled 91 cubic inch engine, which translates to about 1,500 cc's. And this one, kind of a base model, not much to it. Hasn't been hot rodded or added any stereo. A lot of them were radio delete, weren't they?
Some of the base models were, yeah. Some of the well, in the Bugs, if you get the Wolfsburgs, usually they come with radios, but they didn't have them these years. So.
Okay. I want to showcase this flatback as a hatchback or
it's the
squareback.
I'm sorry, it's a notchback.
Okay.
It's a Type 2 notchback, Volkswagen, probably late 60s. I'm not sure exactly what year. It doesn't say. It's got a stock. Well, it's been a little modified. We got like 15 or 1600 twin carb, the whole bit. And this one here has been customized. Got some wheels on it, and it's got a full stereo system in the back seat and the whole bit. But it's been lowered, so it's got some kind of cool looking wheels on it, I guess, for what it is. These were the coupe versions of the square backs, and they also had a slant back, which was a sloped back, kind of like like a fastback almost. But other than that, it's pretty much all the same cars.
Okay, what's the next car that you have down here?
The next one is a blue 1959 Wolfsburg Custom Type 1 Beetle. The original engine in these was a 1235 horse, I believe, to 35 or 40 horse. This one here looks like it's got the Porsche. It's got the Porsche style fan on it. So I'm assuming it's probably around a 2-liter or maybe 1900 cc with a twin carb dual port heads, the whole bit. It's pretty well customized. And it's got the cool little louvers in the back window, which are kind of a rare option that I know of. And it's got the little surfer board on top, so I'm assuming it's a Cal style bug with the kind of the retro wheels and everything on it.
And that kind of wraps up the Volkswagens in this collection that we have. The next one's a 1956 Nash Metropolitan. I believe the Metro became a Geo model later on.
Yeah, Geo Metro in the early 90s.
Yeah, so that was actually a later version of it. Nash itself was its own company until it got bought out by GM later on, and Chevy. According to my stats here, it's considered a subcompact car. You can see it's very tiny. They had one that Weird Al Yankovic used in the movie UHF in 1989. So it's a very comical looking car, but kind of roomy inside for as tiny as it was. Has a 1.2 to 1.5 liter inverse 4 engine. It was rated at 39 miles per gallon at 45 miles an hour. They rated 0 to 60, and it took 19.3 seconds to get there. So it definitely wasn't a super fast car, but it is really cute. It's almost like a clown car. And the top speed would rate a little over 70 miles an hour. Brand new, they probably cost about $1,500 if you could find one at a local dealership. And their current value, I really have no idea. I tried to look this up on the web, and we could probably guess between $5,000 and $10,000 depending on quality and how collectible they are, which they are to some people, especially the ones that are looking for 50s cars and older style. Not a whole lot more. I don't know. The engine is pretty small. I think it's open the hood. I think I took a look at it earlier. It's very, very tiny little engine. I mean, super small. Not much more than what a go-kart has, but it could pull that little body around, and it wasn't exactly designed to stand up to like a 57 Chevy. But if you wanted something that really got that sipped gas, this was definitely the little car to do it. And we'll go ahead and showcase this one last car here. It's the '67 Mini Cooper, which, well, I think Austin Healey and some of the other ones may have intermingled with the companies at one time. It was originally a British import, but BMW recently bought them out, and they've been producing the newer models all the way through the 2003 to 2008 years. This is a Series 1 or Series 2, I'm not exactly sure since it's that overlap year. Series 1 ran from about 61 till 67, and Series 2 ran from 67 till about 72 or so. And let's see if we can zoom in a little bit on it. It's a super tiny little car. Looking at about an 850 to 1275 cc inverse 4 engine. Got about 75 horsepower out of it. No idea on top speed. These probably got about 55 to 60 miles per hour. About all you can get out of these. But they would get close to 45 to 50 miles a gallon, depending on the way the engine's tuned and how light, how lean, or how rich it's running.
That's even a right-hand drive.
Yeah, this is an actual true. I think Morris Minor might have also made some variations of this car at one time. I think it's got a tiny little trunk on the back, which I thought was really cute. It's rather spacey for something this small. You can actually, if you can zoom in a bit, you can fit a small suitcase or something in that thing, and that's not bad. The earlier models were rather compact, but kind of roomy inside, and then they started adding things like a stereo and air conditioning and other luxuries in the later models, and sometimes they put supercharged or turbocharged motors in these, so they actually vamped them up a bit. And as you can see, it's got tiny little, like 13-inch tires on it.
They're actually 10-inch.
Oh, 10s? Okay.
10-inch wheels, yeah.
Yeah, they probably couldn't get more than about 14s on them, as big as they can get, because they'd be hitting the fender wells.
You could modify them, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, without modifying the actual body. Is there anything else you want to add to this one?
I don't really know a whole lot about these cars. So.
Okay. Well, this is Wario7793, and thanks to my brother for helping me describe and showcase some of the cars that we've seen here. And this wraps up a series on the Volkswagens, and I do have quite a few of these replicas, and so does my brother, but this will be the last video that I showcase. We were able to kind of group a lot of these together. The more unusual and the fun cars, the sporty cars that we could actually muster up to showcase off and find statistics on. And thanks for watching.